Hey guys, DJ Nooms here. I just finished making a song in 30 minutes. It's called Superman. Usually it takes me 3 hours, so I'm going to go through the whole step-by-step process of how to make a song, even if you have no experience. Alright, so in a couple of seconds, I'm going to start a timer. Let's do it. Here we go. So first, I downloaded the beat. Whether you make the beat or you get a free beat off of someplace, you want to have it prepared along with lyrics. And if you're going to use a beat from like YouTube, make sure it's free because otherwise you'll get copyright warnings and there's a possibility you could get banned or something if you take it too far. So right now I'm putting in the Autotune and I inputted the beat. So what I used for the Autotune for this song was very simple. I didn't have time to just go through a whole set using um, many layers of Autotune. So I just used a channel EQ and bumped up the gain 5 dB. I used a compressor in the preset of classic vocal, and then I added pitch correction, which is like where the main Autotune part where you get where you like could really hear it. I put that to E major scale. I started somewhere else, but ended up changing it, and then I had that at 26 ms, and at some spots I even had it at 0, which is a lot of auto-tune. Now with this song, I didn't really have time to change the auto-tune like specific to each verse or line so much. I obviously changed it once when I added more auto-tune, but since I was doing this 30-minute challenge, I didn't have the full 3 hours to go very nitpicky through the entire thing. Now, as you can see, I'm going into the recording box back and forth to sing the actual verses, and you could do it in multiple ways. Here are two main ways. You could do the verse naturally, all in one take, but if you have like a harder verse or you don't think your words will be as clear if you're maybe running out of breath, or if there's an overlap, obviously you'll need to do it in multiple verses or multiple takes. So you could do 4 lines and then pause for 4 lines and then do 4 more lines, just so you have the time to get your breath back, or if you're doing an overlap or that kind of stuff, or if you're changing the pitch or anything like that, you have time to do that. And then now we're about halfway through, and that's about where I am with the song. I'm about halfway through. I have the chorus done, and I have some of the verses done, like the starts of them, and I'm just getting with the overlaps and all that. And then with this microphone here, no matter how low I put the gain, and gain, by the way, is like with your mic, if the gain is too high, it'll be kind of like blurry or like muffly, and if it's too low, it'll just be soft. But I'd say it's better to be too low than too high, but it's not super hard to get it good gain. But with this microphone, I even had it at the lowest gain, and when I sang, it would be all muffly, so I had to stand pretty far back in the box, and at some points I even had to be all the way up against the wall in the back of the box just so it wouldn't be so loud and ear rapey. Yeah, if you put it that way. As you can see here, the volume's way too high, so because I kept on forgetting for some reasons. At some points at the end, I would go in and I'd sing too close, and then I'd be like, oh, I messed that up, and then I'd go to redo it and I'd sing too close again. But we're reaching the end of the 20 minutes, and basically it's a constant cycle of going in, singing, and then coming back out and editing it, getting it evened up with the volume and everything, because if it's not all the same volume, you could start having some problems. If it's like let me give you an example. If I'm like right here and I sing a part, and then if I'm right here and I sing a part, I have to speak louder or it'll just be softer. So as you can see, I just did an example of that. You have to make sure your sound is constant throughout the whole thing, which could be hard to do depending on either how good your microphone is, how well you do it, and yeah. So as you can see, I finished the song right there, 30 minutes and 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go through some extra things you could do to improve the atmosphere of this song. So first, right here, as you can see, I'm making a cover for this song. I'm doing it in Photoshop, but for the simpler things like covers, I'm not going to get too into it. So I usually use just like Google Drawings or the simple things like that, which I prefer because they're simple. Doing it myself, the whole cover making thing isn't like super important or something that like I could graphic design everything and stuff like that. So it's going to be more of a simple process, which is better for Google Drawings, I think. But I did this on Photoshop, and so this is for my song Superman. And basically adding a cover like this really improves the atmosphere. Another thing you could do is edit out breaths in your song. Like if you're singing and you're like between lines, it's good to cut out the breaths so that they're not interrupting the song. But obviously you gotta keep it natural. Some breaths are fine, but if there's just one that really sticks out, like if you listen to it and you could just hear like the or like a that's like two examples of things that you should cut out if you hear them in your song. So that's my making a song in 30 minutes challenge. I'm DJ Nooms. Thank you for listening. I hope you got something out of this, or maybe it was entertaining. But I'll see you next time. Bye bye.